We had rehearsed a little before I made the decision, and we'd begun preparations for a new album, and I just didn't have my heart in it. And I don't think it's worth continuing on for pure commercial reasons. Obviously, it would have been easier to put a Crowded House album in terms of you know, the market and all that, but it didn't seem worth it for that reason alone. So, Instincts.
It's a dark and empty room. The sun beating hard on your door. I feel emotion roar within you. Your flesh and blood, like make some sense of your life. Move your hand and make a mark. I don't know why you're so confused. Your flesh and blood, there's no excuse. And the hunger inside, it won't go away. It's starting to rise. And the longer you hide, the more you deny. And the sea rushes in. The wind is howling at your back. The past is always overturned. It's a dead man who would refuse, and twice the man to fill his shoes. And the hunger inside, it won't go away. It's starting to rise. And the longer you hide, the more you deny. And the hunger inside, it won't go away. It's starting to rise. And the sea rushes in into my world. I can feel a king tide coming, all my senses overflowing. One man waiting out the back, horn blowing, cymbals crash. We'll paint a circle in the sky. I am breathless in the arms of love. But there's a bruise on my back and a new understanding too.
Whistling's a, you know, slightly old-fashioned concept now. People only do it in their kitchens. There used to be a time where there was whistling hits on the charts. Ronnie Ronaldo, I don't know if you've heard of him. He's an English whistler, most famous whistler in the world. He now lives in Auckland, and that's really saying probably more than I should about Try Whistling This. But it was a song title before it was an album title, and it was just a phrase that was around for the whole album, and it seemed to be something good to hang it on.
Can you whistle? Let's hear you then. Bit of whistling. Come on.
That's it. Doesn't sound like everybody though. Come on, bit of whistling. This is, yeah.
Tales from my head can't buy the book. No one's listening, but I guess you could try whistling this. You say you're tired, liquid as water, but you'll succumb now. Is a stroke your back? I'm the best that you know. And every time you think of me, I hope you think of true romance. And every time you want to leave, you give us both another chance. Warmest welcome, violent stranger. Well, he said, come here, as he pushed me down. Impossible to do in high heels, walking into walls. Do you ever wonder if you're here at all? Try whistling this. Oh, and my words are ringing in your ear. Drawing your attention now to all the things that you ignore. If I can be with you, I would rather have a different face. And if they're having with you, I would rather be adrift in space. And if the gods desert us now, I'll turn this chapel into flames. And if someone tried to hurt you, I would put myself in your place.
I don't think there's any songs on the record that Crowded House ever played, actually. There was a few that were around before we broke up, but no, they're pretty much a fresh batch of songs, mostly written since the breakup of the band, but a few ideas floating around. With every album, there's usually one or two that have been in some vague form for years and years and years and find their way out at some point. So I store them all. They find their way out. After about 3 or 4 months of dabbling at home in my basement, I built a studio to get out and actually, to judge how it was sounding in the context of a more urgent sort of big pumped up environment, but also I sensed that there was a reserve and a certain introversion to the songs, and I thought going to New York might spark them up a little bit, and in fact that's exactly what happened with every track. I got Marius de Vries, who had been out to New Zealand earlier and begun some of the process with me, to come over, and we pumped a whole lot of stuff through the computer and sort of chopped it about. And I also got in a few other musicians, Sebastian Steinberg being the notable one in New York, who came in and played bass on a bunch of stuff and just made it a lot of fatter and deeper and kind of groovier.
Hand me down my favorite coat, show what you're made of, surprise us both, fly in the night, slow downtown, break too fast, bring us round, in my finest days to come. Summer nights go on so long, so high I might as well be gone. And you are magnificent, and I can see you with my eyes closed. You're the last one standing. Laying hungry with a fire in your eyes, I'll play catch up. You can show me where it's at. I'll go along with anything that you want to do. Every day I'm making ground, so high I might as well be gone. And you are magnificent, and I can see you with my eyes closed. When you're walking into my house, I'll be the last one standing. If you want, you can get there. Night vision, can I find your white dove's land in your treasure tower? And I promise that I won't look back. Every day I'm making ground, so high I might as well be gone. And you are magnificent, and I can see you with my eyes closed. When you're walking into my house, I'll be the last one standing. And you are magnificent, and I can see you with my eyes closed. When you're walking into my house, I'll be the last one standing.
I was exploring new ways of working in the writing department, but also through the arrangements, and computers are, you know, I have no, I'm not purist or traditionalist about what can be used. My only hesitation with computers in the past is that being in a band, as soon as you get into the domain of computers, you're sort of breaking down what it is about a band. That's great. On my own, a computer was a great device to get me into different ways of doing rhythm, different ways of constructing songs. And a few of them started on computer, like the song Twisty Bass, begun with a bass line which I loaded into the computer and just stuck a whole lot of stuff on. And I really wasn't even trying to write a song at the time, but it turned into you know, a good piece of music. So I think all the while I was making sure that there was a performance aspect to it too, though. I didn't really want to have too sophisticated, too slick a record. Sometimes machines can lead you that way. It's all a bit too nice.
There's a not-so-distant sun out today. Tell me all the things you would change. I don't pretend to know what you want. When you come around and spin my top, time and again, time and again. No fire where I lit my spark. I am not afraid of the dark. Where your words devour my heart and put me to shame, put me to shame. When your 7 worlds collide. whenever I am by your side. And dust from a distant sun will shower over everyone. Still so young to travel so far, old enough to know who you are, wise enough to carry the scars without any blame. There's no one to blame. It's easy to forget what you learned, waiting for the thrill to return, feeling your desire burn, and you're drawn to the flame when your 7 worlds collide. Whenever I am by your side, and dust from a distant sun will shower over everyone. Dust from a distant sun will shower over everyone. And I'm lying on the table, washed out in the blood, like a Christian fearing vengeance from above. I don't pretend to know what you want, but I offer love. Yeah, I know you can whistle. 7 worlds will collide whenever I am by your side. And dust from a distant sun will shower over everyone. It's time goes rolling down your neck. Never knew what to expect in a train crash and a wreck. It's time. And I fell asleep as the dust laid on the ground.
I had a dream related to me that a friend had, and it's quite a common dream, I think, for people to actually dream that they're asleep and then wake up and not be able to move a bone in their body, and it's dark and quiet, and it's quite a scary kind of. You've had that dream, haven't you? Yeah. A lot of people have had that sensation, and so the second verse of the song was the first bit I got, and that's I guess the choruses and the rest of it. She will have a way. It's kind of me offering a bit of comfort to those who are feeling those kind of things.
She will have her way. I might be old, but I'm someone new. She said, I'm so sore that I could cry always in the night. Lay your tired arms, and she will have her way. Somehow I will still believe her. She's the life I've been frightened of. Seems like deathly silence, and especially the dark. Feels like I am heavy and my spirit has died. She will have her way. Well, somehow I will still believe her. She will have her way. One day I will come back. There's still no end travel far and wide, a dying man is doing time. Think a soldier terrified, and she will have her way. Somehow I will still believe her. She will have her way. One day I will come back. She will have her way. Yeah, she will have her way. She will have her way. She will have her way. And not before time. She will have her way. Yeah, she will have her way. She will have her way.
There's certain melancholy songs, but there's other songs that are not at all that way. I think it has a good balance, the record, and I certainly didn't attempt to be one thing or the other, to be melancholy or mellow or downbeat. But the songs that I naturally go for, it seems, are ones with a deep sense of mood and atmosphere, and the sad songs on albums were always my favourites. So there's a certain measure of that, but there's many, it's not all there is to.
There was obscure characters in our past, shady characters in our past that none of you ever met. There was that girl, as you put it, Mark, with Jill Civil. Jill Civil, long may she serve. Jill Civil. Jill Civil was in Crowded House. It's obvious.
She used to recite poetry.
It's true. Jill Civil, I'm here right now to categorically state that Jill Civil wrote a melody line in the song Kill I, and we never gave her credit for it. Wouldn't say we, I never gave her credit for it.
I didn't know. What did
No,
she
right, quite correct. She
What?
wrote that bit that went, how's it, what's the second part of it?
Oh no, that's...
Down, 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 down. Yeah, that bit. She wrote that melody line.
Something I've been labouring on for a lot longer than I probably should have, in the sense that a lot of the frustrations I've felt have been there for quite some time. But out of a certain sort of loyalty and, feeling for the whole thing, I kind of delayed it. But yeah, I think it's just time for a change for me as a songwriter. I think I need a challenge. I think I'm in danger of repeating myself, and I think the context of the band, we're also in danger of repeating ourselves if we haven't already done. So it's a matter of sensing a natural life of something good, stopping before you make a mockery of it.
Walking round the room, singing stormy weather at 57 Mount Pleasant Street. It's the same room, but everything's different. You can fight the sleep, but not the dream.
I look back on a lot of the things, the times we had that with great fondness. There's, at this stage it's too close for me to be able to judge it as a body of work in a way. I can feel proud of certain things. I know on stage we hit moments that were as good as anybody can get, So I'm really proud and happy about that. And that's something to take into the future, a little bit of learning what the key things were about this band, and maybe taking that spirit with me a bit.
Hey now, hey now. Hey now. They come. Through the wall between us.
It was great. It was glorious. It was wonderful because I was actually waiting for that point to happen. And also looking back, there was a best of out, there was a Crowded House biography came out, and in New Zealand and Australia there was an Enzo record, which was an orchestral version of Split Enz music, and it seemed like everything was looking back, and I was starting to feel like a relic. So I was very happy to get into the next period because it was fresh, and I didn't have to think about the past. I was right in the moment, and it was, you know, there's a delicious feeling when you're about to embark on a record that you can do anything you want, particularly this time.
Now one from the not too distant past. You can help me out if you like, because I ain't got a band today. There is freedom within, there is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead, many battles are lost, but you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car, there's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war and of waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, and they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and release. Well, hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, and they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Don't ever let them win, yeah. Don't ever let them win, no. Hey now, don't dream. Hey now, hey now. Hey now, hey now.
I'm grateful for the goodwill that exists at Crowded House. I'm also conscious of the fact that some people are pissed off that Crowded House is not around anymore. And again, they're just going to say that, look, what's solo? You know, it just doesn't sound the same. It's not as good. You know, so there's a few perceptions to get over. But I'm quite happy to take the rough with the smooth. You know, I'm sure there's going to be a few people dragged into this record that maybe weren't into Crowded House, and there'll be a few people who were into the band and just can't make the transition. But you know, I feel like I'm moving ahead, and I'm happy with where I am, and so I'll just take whatever comes.
Thanks for having me. Just a short set, just a reminder that I'm still here. A little bit of top end and a little less volume, thank you. This is a song that's out now. The first single kind of thing. It's called She Will Have Her Way. I might be old, but I'm someone new. She said, I'm so sore that I could cry. Always in the night, lay your tired arms. She will have her way. Somehow I will still believe her. She's the light I've been frightened of. Seems like deathly silence, and especially the dark. Feels like I am heavy and my spirit has died. And she will have her way, and somehow I will still believe her. She will have her way. One day I will come. Still no end in sight, though I travel far and wide. A dying man is doing time. Think a soldier terrified, and she will have her way. But somehow I will still believe her. She will have her way, but one day I will come. She will have her way. Yeah, she will have her way. have her way. She will have her way. She will have her way. See you later. Have a good night.